I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're sharing a remarkable true story of resilience, faith, and unwavering determination. The name of the book, Call Me Jobulene, a story of courage and determination. It's written by a terrific author. Her name is Vera Simpson Gaines. In the book, she recounts a lifetime of hardship marked by loss, estrangement, and illness, but never defeated. Her powerful journey proves that with faith in God, we can weather any storm and emerge stronger on the other side. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Brookside Press for helping us put her in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. And be sure to download the Spotlight Network TV app, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Vera, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Hey, just sitting out here on the porch in Neshoba County,
Okay.
enjoying this beautiful weather, and then Columbus Air Force Base is flying sorties.
So it's a little loud there, I take it. Okay, well, I'll try to talk loudly to keep up with those sorties, no doubt. Tell us why you decided to call the book Call Me Jobulene.
Well, people at church kept calling me Job, and I'd look at them and I'd say, I'm not a man. They'd call me Jobulene, and they'd say, well, is that name in the Bible? And I went, no, I made it up. And they just look at me kind of weird like, but
Yeah,
I didn't lose what Job lost.
right, right.
Nowhere near what he lost.
Yeah, yeah. But you did lose your mom at a young age. How
Yes.
old were you and what was that
I
time
was
like in your life?
16 when I lost my mom,
Mm,
and I had to help take care of her. We didn't have hospice back then. Family always took care of family. And I
mm,
had to learn at 14 how to give her morphine shots. She
mm,
didn't want to die in the hospital. She wanted to die at home. And so we did the best we could to take care of her. And I spent a lot of nights up at 2 o'clock in the morning, giving her shots. And I had to go to school the next day. And I was
mm.
playing basketball at the same time. It was tough.
Yeah. That's a horrible age to lose your mom. I mean, because you're an adult, kind of, but you're still a child. You're aware of everything. You know the implications that you'll never see her again. It's a tragic, tragic time and a tragedy, no doubt. How did that experience shape your approach to life and your approach to faith?
Well, I felt abandoned.
Mm,
And of course, God always tells us he never abandons us. But I was having trouble, accepting all those hardships. It was just so tough on me. And to make matters worse, my father fell in love with the nurse that was married, and it just completely, just turned my life into total chaos because I knew how much my parents loved each other.
mm.
And when you see something like that happen in front of you, you have to bite your tongue a lot and try to, not say anything. But he really put me through it. He made me drive him to see the nurse the first week after my mother was buried.
Oh,
So if I'd had the keys on me that night, I would probably left him down there.
yeah. Awful, awful.
Yeah,
Um, Terrible, terrible time. And then when you got a bit older, you got married, but the marriage was difficult as well, right?
right. Very difficult. My husband would change into a different person when he drank. He would turn
Mm,
into an ogre, and it was tough, going through all that mental and physical abuse,
yeah.
and it just, it just takes you down to the very bottom of life. It just like I didn't sign up for this,
Yeah, exactly.
and something's got to change, and he wasn't willing to change. But
Right.
we were married almost 54 years, 2 months shy
Wow.
of 54 years. He dropped dead on me November the 3rd while he was visiting our daughter in Olive Branch. And I knew he wasn't well, but he didn't tell me everything. So
Mm.
I know he knew he was dying
Yeah.
because I was collecting clothes for the homeless, and he had yet to give me any of his clothes. But when I came back from Olive Branch, there were 20 pairs of jeans laying on his bed that I didn't even know he owned.
Wow.
And he left them out for me so I would give them to the homeless.
Yeah.
And he had already started collecting receipts for the income tax.
Mm.
He did all our income taxes. I didn't know how to do anything except label the receipt and put it in a certain category. So I'm having to pay somebody to do my taxes.
Mm.
But it's
Very,
been something else.
yeah, it's been a rough ride, and you've had health issues to confront as well, right?
Oh, a ton of health issues. Lost my eye to a very rare tumor that they said I was born with.
Mm.
And then right before Gary's open heart surgery, COVID had made a hole in his heart valve. Like 2 days before his heart surgery, I found out I have multiple tumors up and down my spine.
Mm.
And I had a little bit of knowledge about meningiomas because when I would be in the office in Memphis, I heard one guy say he had 100 and another lady, she had 40. Well, they won't tell me how many I have.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, don't tell me. Maybe
Yeah.
it's best I don't know.
Unbelievable. So what has sustained you? You lost your mother at a young age. Your father was cruel to you with his actions at times. You had problems in your marriage, and health issues. How are you able to stay strong? How are you able to stay positive? How are you able to stay focused?
Well, I had trouble with depression there for a while. I really wanted God to just throw me in the casket with my mother and just let me go with her because I knew it was going to be hard without her, and I didn't want to go through that. And I struggled with the depression and suicide thoughts, and but then I remembered God creates every person for a purpose.
Mhm.
So I started looking at my purpose. My purpose, of course, is charity and winning lost souls to Christ. And I thought, well, if I commit suicide, I'm bailing out on my purpose
Mhm.
of why I was created in the first place.
Yeah.
So I've just made up my mind. I'm going to go forward with my purpose no matter what.
Yeah. Well, we're
And I
glad you.
never thought I'd be able to go through the loss of my husband without just totally breaking down. God has been with me every minute.
Yeah.
We had to turn the machine off when I got up there. They had done a brain scan and there was blood in the brain.
Mm.
And the doctor just looked at me and he said, I'm so sorry, but he's got so many problems. And I said, I know, we discussed that. And he told me he didn't want to be hooked up to anything. So
Mm.
that's not going to be a hard decision for me today because I know what he wants.
Yeah.
So I was glad that we had discussed that.
Yeah. It's
I
good
don't
that
want to
you knew
hold
his
him back
intention.
from heaven. So,
Yeah.
but anyway,
What do you hope readers take away from your book and your journey?
all right, say that again.
What do you hope readers learn from your experience from your book?
That they can survive because God is with you. When you're born, you're assigned a guardian angel, and that guardian angel is with you at all times. You're never ever alone. And as much as I have been alone, that has been a major, major part in my survival is knowing I am not sitting here by myself.
Hmm.
A lot of people can't live by themselves. You have to love yourself to live by yourself.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I learned that early,
Absolutely.
and I'm going to make it. I'm going to keep on fighting until the very, very end.
Wonderful. Wonderful. We're glad you are, and we're glad you wrote this book. What advice would you have for somebody who feels overwhelmed right now with their own challenges in life?
You go immediately on your knees and you talk to God, and He gives you he gives you that power that Jesus has. And I have learned whenever I feel something strange around me or the temperature drops suddenly, I know Satan's number. He
Mm,
hates me for it. And I
mm,
just laugh at him. And
yeah.
I tell him in Jesus' name to be gone. And they have to flee. It's not if or when, they have to flee. And they flee in all directions. So I just picture them, the backsides of them, and I wave goodbye and tell them, don't come back
Mm.
because I got your number.
Yeah. Well, good advice, no doubt. Hitting your knees, praying to God, thanking God, seeking the Lord's intervention is always great advice. The name of the book is called Call Me Jobulene, a story of courage and determination. In it, Vera recounts a lifetime of hardship, marked by loss, estrangement, and illness as well. But she has never been defeated and she keeps up her fight. Her powerful journey proves that with faith in God, we can weather any storm and emerge stronger on the other side. Vera, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you as well. God bless you. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.